Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Tuesday's Talk with Grada. Today I want to help you transform your inner critic into your inner coach. I've been thinking about taking you through a session like this since I had a conversation with one of my clients who is facing very, very serious health issues. And during one of the sessions, she said she had a bit of a breakdown and she didn't know if she could do it. She didn't know if she was up for, fighting for her life and recovering from her illness. And she heard herself pose the question, I need a coach. Like, I can't do it without a coach. This was when she was at home. And then the answer came, and the answer was, I will be your coach. And that was her own inner guidance, her intuition, her own heart, your higher self, whatever you want to call it. Her higher self maybe is a good way to call it, said to her, I promise you, I will be your coach, right? And I was really moved by that story. And I want to help you today for you to find your inner coach. And we're going to do that with 5 steps, and we'll put the blog post attached to the video, so if you can't follow me or if you drop in the middle of the session, you can go back to the 5 steps. So there are 5 ways that you can turn your inner critic into your inner coach. In the past, I've done videos where I have showed you meditations and other things to silence your inner critic, but if we silence our inner critic and put it away and lock it away, even if that was possible, it's not really possible, but you are going to lose a lot of good resources as well, because your inner critic also contains a lot of wisdom, and maybe you could say it's the flip side of your inner coach. And maybe you've never met your inner coach yet, because a lot of us don't till we get hit by a truck, or we get seriously ill, or we lose everything, and then suddenly we find, hey, there's a being inside of me that can help me, that has answers, and that knows the way, and that is connected to my purpose, and that is connected to a higher power, and that can energize me. And I want you to be aware that that is available to you today and every day. But first, let me explain that all of us, average humans, right? We have probably 60 to 70,000 negative messages that just constantly run the show in the background. From the minute you wake up, you open your eyes, maybe before you open your eyes, and like the negative messages have already started. And most of us are actually just tuned out to it, right? But it'll jump out at you if you do anything stupid, like you lose your wallet or your phone, or you're late for an appointment. Then you will hear the voice of your inner critic. And it just keeps going. We get literally no reprieve till you go to sleep. Right, so where does this come from? Well, we weren't born like that. So like if we go back to, apparently we weren't born like that, right? So when babies are born into this world, they are fresh from God, like I call it, fresh from source. They still understand and have this deep inner knowing that I'm the greatest gift to the universe, right? And I'm this field of infinite potential, and I'm this loving, radiant bundle of light, which is our true nature. And then our parents, we get the negative messages are literally put into us by our parents. So, and our parents are doing that to keep us safe, right? So apparently a 2-year-old child will hear the word no 10 times more during the day than he hears the word yes. So all day long it's like, don't do this, don't touch that, stop doing this. And of course it can be a lot more intense like that. Like some of us used to get smacked or beaten. Some people get mistreated by their parents. So then you have an extra struggle with abusing your tissues. But I'm just talking about the average person who had nice, loving parents or caretakers. They still heard a lot of negative messages. What our parents forgot to do was to tell us how much they loved us as well, right? So Your parent might have screamed at you for crossing the road and nearly getting run under a car, and they might have said to you, where's your brain? You were so stupid. Like, go into your bedroom and think about what you've just done. Like, but what the parent then forgot to say is like, I love you so much. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to have an accident. And then I'm scared of losing you. The parent didn't say that. Or if the parent said, stop hurting your brother. The way you keep going, you'll end up in jail, you'll be a criminal. Well, the parent didn't say, I love you so much, I'm so scared that you're going to lose all your chances of having a good life if you don't modify your behavior, and I'm scared. I don't want you to go to jail, I want you to have the best life. So as a child, you only hear half the message. And this is how we grow up with our inner critic, the judge. It's just going non-stop because it's like our parent. Because the child has no filter. Till the child is 7 or 8, it has absolutely no filter, and it believes everything it hears from adults is true. It's the truth about who they are. And so the solution is not to blame the parents, not to go back into time or anything like that. For this exercise, the solution is that you become the loving parent to you right now, okay? And the more you do this, the more your life's going to change. The first time I came across taking an active part, turning the inner critic into my inner friend, it literally changed my life. I felt it changed the course of my life. It made me healthier, it gave me a lot more energy, because the inner critic can literally create tension between different organs as well and systems, just like how tension and jealousy and children are starved for love and attention, and there's a lot of competition and sibling rivalry. This can literally happen in your body as well between different organs, right? So the lungs might be feeling hostile to the liver or the liver might have an issue with the spleen and so on. So in my healing work, when I work with my clients, I work to harmonize, to create harmony inside the body, and I can do that very quickly. But today I want you to do this with words. So I also normally use energy, so you can create harmony in your life and in your body with doing energy work. But words and language are very powerful in its own right. And you can always use words. It's so easy when you're driving or when you're walking. You just use words to change the chemistry in your body. So for instance, if you're watching this video and you don't have a pen and piece of paper, I suggest you come back later and get a piece of paper and a pen or a journal. And I want you to write down how you beat yourself up. Like, what are some of the most common things? Sorry, I have a burp coming up of issues in my tissues coming out. So what are the most common themes in the background how you beat yourself up? So it can be something like, why are you always so tired? You just go to bed, you don't take good care of yourself. And what do you expect if you go to bed so late? Then you can't get up in the morning. You're getting too fat, and you just like every time you jump on the scales, there's another kilo, and you're losing your muscle tone. Or and you're getting so ugly, you don't even fit in those trousers anymore that you bought last week, blah, blah, blah. So that's a theme that we can say. Or you can say, you were meant to finish that job last October, and now it's October 2022 and you still haven't finished. Like, you were just so lazy. What's wrong with you? Or another thought can be, you're always so bossy, like you're just bossing people around, and if you don't stop bossing people around, you won't have any friends left. So these are but you need to find your own way you beat yourself up. Just find 2 or 3 of the most common ones that you do. Okay, so the first thing you do is you write it down. So you express your anger, because this is the angry parent, right? The inner critic is the angry parent. Express it on paper. So for instance, you can write, you lazy slob, you always drink too much, you don't know when to stop, you don't have any self-discipline, keep breaking your promises to yourself and see where you're going to end up, blah, blah, blah. So don't filter it or don't sterilize it, just write down how you think. So step 2, and I've got all this written down, right, is expressing the fear behind that angry reaction. So we are now step 2 into turning your inner critic into the voice of your higher self, your mentor, your coach, your best friend, your ally. So step 2 is a little bit closer to the real truth of what's happening. So step 2 can be, I'm so afraid that if you don't stop drinking alcohol, if you don't curb your drinking habits, you're going to be one of the, a statistic like 10% of the population dies due to alcohol, right? And you're going to be like one of those. I am so worried that if you keep being unfit and puffed all the time, nobody will want to be your friend and you'll end up all alone. People will dump you. Or I'm so afraid that if you don't change your lifestyle, you're going to die young, right? So that is a deep core fear. Step 3, but you have your own fears, right? So take your time. You must allow yourself time for the deepest core fear, motivation to come out up to the surface, so you can write that on paper in your journal. Okay, so then step 3, you're in the middle now. So you've moved away from the nasty inner voice, which is here to help you, by the way, and you're halfway to meeting your inner mentor. So this is a request. So it can be, I want you to buy nice, comfortable shoes so you can go for a walk every day for 20 minutes in the fresh air, and you'll really enjoy it. And if you buy these nice, comfortable shoes, you can even listen to a podcast so you won't get bored. And that's what I want for you. And I want you to eat less fried food and have a spoonful of fermented food instead, so your immune system gets better. I want you to dump your old friends, your drinking buddies, and I just want you to have more time by yourself. Or your inner judge will say, I want you to have more time with me. I want to be your best friend. Or I want you to find a new friend. Right, so that was step 3. And now we're getting really close to your inner mentor, your inner coach, your higher self, which is always a voice of encouragement, right? So it's the other side, the flip side. So this is called self-directed compassion. And it goes something like this. I'm so sorry you always feel like a failure. I'm so sorry you're a failure. I'm so sorry you failed to get a job done. I'm so sorry you got drunk again last night. I'm so sorry you feel the need to drink because there's such an emptiness inside of you. I'm so sorry that you feel empty. That you feel so empty that you have to drink. What else is there? I'm so sorry you feel so lethargic all the time. You can't even think of walking for 20 minutes a day. That's too big a jump. I'm so sorry that other people can live healthy, fulfilling lives and you can't. I'm so sorry you keep breaking your promises to yourself. I'm so sorry you want to have fun, but it's just too much hard work. And so like you're bringing in these statements of self-directed compassion, and they are not affirmations, by the way. They are like compassionate energy that will dissolve the trauma energy that's stuck in the cells, that's blocking you from achieving what you want. Okay, so self-directed compassion helps to dissolve these issues in your tissues that make you sick, that cause the brakes to be on, that cause you to have pain in your life and in your body. And in step 5, now you're hearing the voice of your inner mentor. And it goes something like that. I love you unconditionally. So that's what your voice says. You deserve to look great. You deserve to be well. You deserve to have fun. I love you just the way you are. Nothing needs to change about you. I love you no matter what. I have your back. I want you to have the best life ever. I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. I unconditionally love and accept you. And like the key words here, of course, I love. That's self-directed. I'm going to take care of you no matter what. I know you failed yesterday and this morning and you're disappointed, and I love you unconditionally. So you can also say words like, I love myself for feeling like a failure. I love myself for feeling ugly. I love myself for feeling too tired. I love myself for feeling angry, and so on. So that is a real shortcut. That is a key that can get you from the inner critic straight to your higher self. If you say, I love myself for feeling hungry again. I love myself for feeling I can't last for another few hours without eating a chocolate, da 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 da. I love myself for losing my way around town. I love myself for losing my phone. I love myself for creating an argument. All those things. So you just shower them with love. You sprinkle them with the word I love myself for. So literally, when I started doing this, probably a good 10 years ago, it really transformed my life, and it released a lot of anxiety. I had like PTSD from the truck accident. And of course, the truck, why do I even need a truck accident, right? So we do choose our own experiences to a degree. We don't do it consciously, but we do it with the message our energy sends out, because we're just basically walking energy signals. So we're signaling something to the world or to the universe, like, give me this or give me that. So I signaled a catastrophic truck accident. The truck driver kept driving. He wasn't sorry. He blamed me to the police. The police also blamed me for the accident. There was a lot of injustice. So I mean, why did I attract all of that into my life? Because I had no self-compassion. I was always my worst critic. When I did well, when I was successful, I upped the bar. So I had to work harder to feel good about myself. And it was just like a spiral that I was stuck in, that I needed to break out of. And so eventually I discovered self-directed compassion, self-directed self-love, which, by the way, when I was young, self-love wasn't encouraged. It was like seen as sinful or like from the devil, or it was basically forbidden. So there was so much confusion in my body. And so when I started to change beating myself up to hearing the inner critic, but turning it into my inner loving coach or higher self, my whole life started to change. And I became healthy again. Like, my body got better. My anxiety eventually went away after many, many years. And I have really, really good quality of life now. So I just wanted to share this with you, because we all struggle with our inner critic. You could say we're, in a sense, our own worst enemy. And we have to learn, we have to be shown how we can be our own best friend, our own best buddy, our own wise self. The wise guide is on the flip side of the inner critic. That's really, I guess, the key point that I wanted to point out today. So I hope you enjoy this and take time to do this practice. I've put the steps in a little post which I'll attach to the video, and just keep doing it. Keep dissolving the issues in your tissues with self-directed compassion. Thank you everyone for listening again, and hope you find this helpful. Let me know what you struggle with, or how you beat yourself up, and how you can turn that, turn it into support for yourself, and Let me know how that makes you feel, right? I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Big love from me. Bye everyone. Thanks for tuning in.